to Then and Now with Cooperative Extension. I'm Cameron Lowe.
And I'm Olivia Jones.
February is Heart Health Month.
And the month of love. And speaking of heart and love, why do you think it is that we love from the heart?
That is kind of a strange concept. Where did that come from?
Well, Aristotle taught that the heart controlled all reason and our emotions and everyday thoughts. So for him, loving from the brain would be like loving from the kidneys for us. And then in Egyptian mythology, they thought that the heart held your vital essence of your soul. So they weighed your heart against a feather when you died. So that decided whether or not you went on to paradise.
Weird.
And today, when we feel emotions, our heart races and our stomach churns. And that is the reason our heart will be forever associated as the organ of love. So it is important that we keep our heart healthy.
So Olivia, I remember as a kid ordering like an adult chicken nugget meal at fast food restaurants, and it came with 6 nuggets and fries in a paper sack. Well, today that's what the kids meal looks like. And in fact, if I were to order the adult meal today, I'd get 10 plus nuggets, fries in a cardboard box, and enough soda to bathe in. Is that just my imagination?
No. In fact, we call that portion distortion.
Yes, indeed. Yes, indeed.
And it is an epidemic that has hit America hard. So, for instance, 20 years ago, you would go into a coffee shop and you'd order coffee with some whole milk and sugar, and it would contain about 45 calories. So now when we walk into our coffee shop and order our favorite specialty drink, it's almost 350 calories. Yes, and the same thing has happened with our burgers. So 20 years ago, a burger contained 250 calories. Now it has grown to 590 calories.
What does that mean?
Well, this is actually one of the reasons why 2/3 of Americans are considered overweight and obese.
So what's the standard, or what's the definition? How do we determine overweight and obesity?
Well, we do that with BMI, and BMI is the body mass index. And to be a normal weight, you have to have between 18.5 and 24.9 BMI.
So can I find like what my BMI should be online somewhere? Or?
Yes, there are lots of BMI calculators where you plug in your height, you plug in your weight and your gender and your age, and then they'll give you a nice calculation. You can also buy scales that will give you your BMI.
So 2/3 seems like a rather large number of people that are overweight or obese. Break it down a little bit further for me.
Well, for those in their 20s, about 52% are considered overweight, and of those 29 are considered obese. And then in your 50s, 66% of those people are considered overweight, and 42% of those in their 50s are considered obese.
Wow. And so I'm assuming that you're at a higher risk for developing heart disease and heart issues if you're overweight or obese.
Right.
So what can we do? How can we fix this?
Well, there are lots of ways. First off, you have to combat that portion distortion with a thing called portion control. Also, you want to monitor your calories that come in versus your calories going out. So the calories you get from food versus the calories you get from exercise.
And stay tuned for our next podcast, where we'll be talking about exercise and your heart. This has been Then and Now with Cooperative Extension.